Hello, it's Rashida. This is a Project Life Process video for a page in my December 2015 Project Life. And so I'm going through this 12 by 12 paper pad by Basic Gray. This is called the Best of Basic Gray. And I'm just going to audition a couple of papers just to see which one I want to use to fill this 6 by 12 photo pocket. So the page protector that I'm using is by Echo Park, and it is from their Photo Freedom line. And so it has one 6 by 12 photo pocket and three 4 by 6 vertical pockets. So I have selected a few Studio Calico documented kit cards just to use up, and I'm going to match those up with my photos and get those into the pocket. And so now I'm just going to go through and embellish each pocket, and I'm just going to fussy cut this group of houses. And I'm trying to be creative, as I said before, and use up these cards, and so that may require me to cut them down or fussy cut little phrases or make them as embellishments, which is what I'm doing here. So this card that says today do something for you, I just basically cut it down to about 4 by 4 and adhered it to the page to go in the pocket. These post-it notes or sticky notes are by Kelly Purkey, and so I'm using the one that says documented. So I just needed something to go there at the top to fill in that space. And I'm going to use these Amy Tangerine stickers that I purchased from Tuesday Morning. And so I'm going to put down this phrase that says on the list. And I was not paying attention to the spacing. And then I thought, well, maybe it would be okay if I just cut off the end of the T since it's hanging over the page. And I ended up having to do some reconstructive surgery, which you'll see. And so moving forward, I'm looking at what stamps I want to use, and these are stamps by Avalicious, and I'm just trying to decide where I want this label to go. And so I pull out some Stampin' Up! Washi tape, and I'm just going to cut that down into like a little fishtail banner and add that. And so my photos for this particular layout, it is for December, but I don't have like Christmassy photos. Like there's no photo of the tree or any of the ornaments and sparkly things and things like that. I do have those photos, but I'm going to save those pictures for a different album. So the couple of photos that I have here are just everyday things that just happened in December. So as you can see, I'm moving over that list, and then luckily I saved the pieces that were cut off at the end, and so I still had those, so I just added them back, and they were still sticky enough that they still adhered. I just wanted to make sure I tighten up the gap a little bit so it's not quite as obvious. You can still tell, but it's in the page and it's in the pocket, it's fine. So it's on the page, it's in the pocket, it's okay. So I'm using this Becky Higgins Currently roller stamp. So there's the Currently core kit, and then along with the core kit she released this roller date stamp, and it has phrases and the date, so you can use both of them at the same time, or you can just use just the phrase. And I stamped from where I stand right onto my photo, and just getting that label down. And I was able to stamp on my photo this time because I printed from my home printer that's connected to my desktop computer. So that is a Canon Pixma printer, and I didn't use my Selfie this time, so the paper is different. And the paper that I used is the Canson paper that you can pick up at Tuesday Morning, or at least that's where I got mine from, and it's 8.5 by 11. So the quality of it worked just fine for me. So I am going to do some stamping, and I'm using my favorite ink by Hero Arts. This is the Hero Hues Black dye ink, and I was looking for my acrylic block, and I have that Making Memories one that you see there at the top, but it was too big, so I needed my smaller one to get into that small space. And I'm using these numbers, and the numbers from this Amy Tangerine Thickers set, they don't really represent anything on my layout. I just wanted to use the numbers and just add them to the photo. So there's nothing in 1, 2, 3 particular order or anything like that. I just really wanted to use them. And I'm trying to use my brads. I have several brads, and just wanted to use at least one on this layout. And that one is gray with a little butterfly on it. And now I'm using this washi tape that Marissa sent me. I think it's from Hobby Lobby, and it's the perfect gold. As you can see, it's like a shiny gold, and it's not that dull looking gold. It's not like a really true pretty gold. This one is really nice, and it says noted. And just using some die cuts by October Afternoon. And I think I got this tray from Target maybe. So it's great to hold little small embellishments, especially die cuts. And I'm just going to stamp this word random. So on the card it says little stories. So I'm just stamping random, and it says basically random little stories as one phrase. Just getting down some labels. These are printed. Well, it's a mixture. I printed these from my silhouette, and then I also had some from Studio Calico from a while back. So I just put them all in one iris container. And I think this photo is just when I was out shopping one day. So that's the most Christmassy, if you want to call it that, photo that I have. And I didn't have an A. I want to say you're a keeper, and there was no separate A on that Thickers sheet, and so I just cut off the A from the always. And Chewy got a new bed, so he was happy with that. So I'm just adding a die cut to that photo. So I think pretty much all my cards are done at this point. I think I'm just going to add some journaling and maybe a couple more things to the yeah, I did that off camera. So I added a couple more embellishments. So everything is going into pockets. And so I am finished with my 2015 Project Life album. If you have missed any of the Project Life process videos for this 2015 series, please check the description box below for my playlist. And thank you so much for watching. Take care.